Hello and welcome to vlog number 22. Today, at the suggestion of my son Rory, I'm going to talk about my first year with DBS. For those of you that don't know, on April the 19th, 2016, I underwent brain surgery to help control my Parkinson's disease symptoms. I had an operation whereby 2 electrodes were inserted into an area of the brain known as the subthalamic nucleus. These electrodes are connected to a neurostimulator, which is kind of like a pacemaker for the brain. This procedure is called Deep Brain Stimulation. So, how did I feel when I woke up after my operation? I felt good. I wasn't in any pain. There was no sense of my head having been invaded and fitted with metallic hardware. Even the process by which the surgeons had tunnelled the wires from the electrodes in my brain across my skull and down my neck to the neurostimulator in my chest had caused minimal irritation and discomfort. I guess I would have felt more uncomfortable if it hadn't been for the excellent pain relief, coconamol, that I was given. I certainly needed to take pain relief at night for some weeks after returning home from hospital because I felt so uncomfortable with my newly lumpy head that I had trouble getting off to sleep. My most uncomfortable scar was the one on my chest where they inserted the neurostimulator. That was quite sore and itchy for several months, and I found the neurostimulator itself quite uncomfortable when lying in bed. It is something that you get used to eventually though, and it no longer bothers me. The entire top of my head had lost all sensation. Having a numb skull was a truly odd feeling. It's almost back to normal now, but it is only in the last few weeks that the remaining numb areas have had some feeling return to them. As I was warned prior to my surgery, the programming of my neurostimulator has proved the greatest challenge. The first time my device was switched on was absolutely amazing. My wife and I just couldn't believe it. My tremor was gone and we were so grateful for the relief that we were both in tears. Unfortunately, the initial settings also caused some impulsive behaviour and personality changes which worried the hell out of my wife. Luckily, my DBS programmer, who is very experienced, spotted this and made the necessary adjustments to my neurostimulator. It's a shame that the setting which caused my impulsive behaviour was also the setting which offered the best tremor control. Like most things in life, we had to come to a compromise. Because of the swelling in the brain caused by the insertion of the electrodes, my stimulation requirements were changing very quickly. As the swelling subsided, so the settings of my device were changed on an almost daily basis for the first 10 days following the initial switching on. It can take around 3 months for the swelling in the brain to completely subside, so I was travelling back to the hospital in Queen Square, London regularly for the first few months after I returned home, so that adjustments could be made to my neurostimulator settings. I have a remote control, or therapy controller for my device, which allows me to adjust the voltage delivered to the electrodes in the brain. So, if I'm getting excessive tremor breaking through, I can increase the voltage to try to calm it. If I get symptoms of overstimulation, such as dyskinesia, which is involuntary movement, much like a tic, then I can try reducing the voltage to eliminate it. The hospital only allow very limited adjustment, so when I've reached the limits of adjustment, then I have to return to the hospital to have the device reprogrammed. A year ago, I was making voltage adjustments on an almost daily basis and was returning to hospital every 4 to 6 weeks. A year on, I only make the occasional adjustment. The last one was over a month ago. And hospital visits are becoming less commonplace, about every 4 or 5 months now. Although I will always have to return to hospital periodically to have my settings adjusted to take care of disease progression. So after a year, I'm more comfortable with my lumpy head, although I am aware of it from time to time if I lie on it funny in bed. The symptom control provided by my DBS is more stable and life in general is a whole lot better. The thing which hasn't got any better and which appears to be progressing is muscular weakness and stiffness, but perhaps something can be done to my DBS settings to help that. I will ask at my next programming appointment. Things that DBS has made worse are my balance and walking and my voice, which is very weak and husky and occasionally disappears altogether. All things considered, DBS had a major positive impact upon my quality of life and I happily trade the negatives for the major positive of tremor control. I'm glad that I had the operation, and if I were in the position of having to make that decision again, then I wouldn't hesitate. It truly is a complete no-brainer. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions or have a topic that you'd like me to cover in future vlogs, just leave me a message in the comments and I'll do my best to respond. Have a great week. See you next Friday.